Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com with your morning horn of these, your sip of chaga coffee. If you haven't seen it yet, I posted part 3 of my discussion with the U.S. Mint head of Silver Eagle sales. It's called U.S. Mint and the Silver Eagle Conspiracy, Part 3, List of Ongoing Illegal Operations. We dig deeper into some of the other illegal operations that people don't talk about, such as running their hedge book as a price suppression mechanism. Also, the fact that allocation of eagles is illegal. They've been on allocation for years now, and that is illegal. It is illegal to go on allocation. There is nothing in the law that says they are able to allocate silver eagles in anything less than market supply-demand fundamentals. Not supply, demand fundamentals. Yes, if they don't have silver eagles and people are demanding them and they refuse to sell them, then they are violating the law. They, by law, have to go out and buy blanks at any price. I don't care if they have to spend $2,000 per blank. They have to, are required by law to do that. Of course, it wouldn't be, a lot of people say, well, no, they have to pay fair market value for the silver. Yes, the way silver eagles are made is they buy COMEX contracts, take delivery, probably in the U.S., but you never know with the Mint. They take those and they take them to the 1,000-ounce bars and they take them to the Sunshine Mint. And that's where the price gets kicked in. If you have to bid higher for a silver blank than other operations, you are required by law to do that at the U.S. Mint. No other mint on the planet, no other gold or silver company making silver rounds, none of them are required by law to pay whatever price. The U.S. Mint is. So they are violating the law on that note, too. There's about 5 different violations that's going on right now. Ongoing. And I've complained to them. I've done everything I could, but I did get the head of Silver Eagle Sales to admit to all 5 of them. And he knows they're illegal, too. That's the thing about it. And he was told by his upper management, what can we get away with in making Silver Eagles? What's the smallest amount we can get away with? Hey, if I rob this bank, it's like people running into a Walmart or a Target or whatever these days and stealing things. If it's under $750, you get away with it. That's what the U.S. Mint is doing. Except they have no legal authority to get away with it. These crazy DAs and stuff have passed rules. They're not going to prosecute anybody over who steals under $750. It's just this insane world. And we need to make them stop. We need to call out the U.S. Mint. We need to have them replace Ventures Gibson, the head of the Mint. She has no experience at a Mint, none at all, and she's making 1/3 of what her predecessor was making as far as Silver Eagles. And she said, oh, yeah, we're making so much money. That's illegal to charge a premium on the Silver and Gold Eagle program. And they literally are bragging about it in the annual report, even though it's illegal. So they're either really stupid or they just think they can get away with anything they want. And I disagree. So I'm fighting this fight to the very end, by the way. I got all kinds of things in the works to shut down this criminal conspiracy of not making Silver Eagles to meet demand. What's going on in silver right now? They're fighting over the 50-day moving average, which is $24.50, as you can tell. The fight is on. Big whoop. I mean, this fight happened in 1979. How much money has been printed since 1979? Yes, they were fighting over $24.50 in 1979 and ultimately ran up to $50 very quickly and then got pulled back, not because people didn't think silver was worth the money, but because back then the U.S. government had 3 billion ounces of silver that they started selling into the market. And, oh, by the way, the CFTC came in and stopped all the Hunt Brothers trading. And then they changed the rules on the COMEX, only sellers, no buyers. What do you think is going to happen to the price? It's crashed down to nothing. It took like 2 months for the price to go from $50 back down to the $10 level. And then they crashed it all the way to under $5, even under $4 at one point when I first got into silver. So yes, it is criminality. It is coordinated. It is an operation that's been going on for so very long. People in cryptos are saying, "Oh my God, the regulators are destroying cryptos." Yes, they are, and they will. They work for the banking cabal. The SEC is obviously in on it. The CFTC is obviously in on it. They've admitted they're in on it. They can't have alternatives to the U.S. dollar being popular. They can't have reality hitting the monetary system because then they can't print as much money as they want for as long as they want. And that's breaking down. Countries around the world are starting to say, what the hell? Matter of fact, great post here. Go to SD Bullion, Chinese call for international silver market reform, where they basically go and look at what China's saying. China uses 70%, it's estimated, 70% of the industrial silver that's used because everything's made in China and then shipped out. So very interesting that China's saying, hey, something's wrong with the silver market. The United States of America is rigging the prices, and these crazy derivatives are setting the price, which is illegal under U.S. commodity law. So the whole world, and it's China's central bank who's helping push the hey, think about buying silver narrative in China. How big is China, right? 1.3 billion people. They all need silver. Every single one of them needs silver in their new, I got a cell phone. I got a flat screen TV. We're working our way to the middle class. A lot of silver is needed in China. Let's go solar panels in China because there's so many coal-fired plants. The insanity. Oh, by the way, yeah, solar's doing real good in New York, isn't it, these days with all the smog from the purposefully set fires. Yeah, we're at war, if you didn't know it, by the way. We're at war. Just look at the silver price and look at all the craziness going on. They're going to arrest Trump on Tuesday or something ridiculous for something that, I mean, obviously Biden did it. Obviously Clinton did it. Obviously Bill Clinton did it. Bill and Hillary and Bush. They all did it. Because it's not illegal keeping the records. I mean, I would assume some are. But if you're going to, distribute justice, the guy, the attorney, whoever, the special prosecutor guy is a Trump hater, and his wife, Trump haters. What do you think? The insanity of weaponizing the justice system, especially, it's the leading candidate for president on the Republican side. I mean, if we're not living in I don't even know what we're living in. It's not a democracy. It's not a country ruled by law anymore. So what are you doing about it? Are you fighting? Are you paying your taxes still? I know a lot of people said, "Fuck it, I'm not going to pay taxes, these idiots. They're going to take that money and give it to the Clintons." Roundabout through the Ukraine to FTX to back to the deep state. It's just insane what's happening right now. Buy your silver. Get it in your own hands as fast as you can. One thing that the WEF might have noticed now is that the World Economic Forum is some deep state mouthpiece of what the elite want. The elite, which is a ridiculous name. WEF demands 75% global reduction of cars by 2050. 75% reduction of cars by 2050. Maybe they looked at the silver numbers, how much silver would be available in 2050, and the electric car production estimates for the industry, and they noticed by 2050, 90%, 95% of all the silver will be used in electric cars. And they're saying, oh, this can't happen. Oops, stop. We have to stop electric cars. The WEF will have no say. When the shit falls down, that's the key. When people can't go to their ATMs to get money out, that's when they revolt. As in, stop paying taxes, stop listening to the people in government, especially not the IMF, the World Economic Forum, the BIS, the central bank, the Fed, the Treasury, the president, your local government. That's when all government is brought to the mat and said, are you the best for our future? You destroyed our past future. That future is gone. The death of a global fiat monetary system at one point will die and be gone forever. Never again to appear, at least in, I would say, 10 lifetimes. Unbacked, debt-based money. The insanity of that, if you were to tell someone that back in the early 1900s, they would say, what the hell are you talking about? Paper money, everybody knows it doesn't work. Market rigging, everybody knows they try, but we used to arrest them. The insanity of what's going on now, I tell you. Oh, by the way, this guy, let's see here. Regal Assets. Regal Assets was a company that invested in gold for people and retirement accounts and crypto accounts. That guy ran away. They don't know where their money's gone. And you have to trust people in gold. You have to trust people in cryptos if they're going to hold your assets. Now, as far as retirement assets, get them in your own possession the best you can. You're the one who should pick where it is vaulted. I use and I trust perpetual assets, and I recommend perpetual assets for those wanting to get their value, their retirement, in a self-directed IRA where you can hold gold and silver and cryptos. Will Lair over there has been a trusted friend for a very long time. So I trust perpetual assets. I trust Miles Franklin to get gold and silver into your hands. I should tell Andy, don't let anybody buy any gold because it's a dumb decision. If you love gold, buy as much silver now. Wait for the gold-silver ratio to be where it should be, which is probably 3-to-1 right now. And why do I say 3-to-1? Because it's coming out. It's above ground at 1-to-1, by the way, according to the official numbers, 6 billion ounces of each available. But below ground, it's, I think, 7-to-1, or at least when they're mining right now at 7-to-1. But remember, 60% of that goes into, is burned in industrials. So it's really a 3-to-1 gold-silver ratio when you talk about the monetary value of gold and silver. It's 3-to-1, which means silver should be right at the $600 mark right now. Interesting that Cliff High's data and Penny Kelly's data, all these people have said $600 will be the number when reality hits. And that's assuming gold doesn't go up. Now, I know there's maybe 10 to 20 times as much gold as they say there is, but in the same breath, there's trillions more in U.S. global monetary fiat money. So yeah, gold will go up, but it just won't do as well as silver. Everybody knows it, that silver is gold on steroids. So when the gold move happens, and it's gonna run, it's already 3 times or 2.5 times its all-time high from 1980, and silver's below 50% of its all-time high. Silver is so much more important than gold in every aspect. That's why Janet Yellen, one of the first things she did is said, we got to rig the silver market just like every president before us. I'm going to put Ventures Gibson as the head of the U.S. Mint and tell her not to make as few silver eagles as possible, even though it breaks the law. And I'm going to come out and make a commercial for the U.S. Mint saying, oh, it's all about the collectibles. The collectibles are fun. So they're building out this gigantic collectible portfolio of coins just to distract everybody from what it really should be going on at the Mint, making U.S. silver eagles in quantities to meet demand. It is the law. It is signed into law. It is your duty. We need to remove Ventures Gibson and remove Janet Yellen. They'll go away when Biden goes away, when Biden can barely talk anymore. The next time they roll them out, they got to put like little cushions, bumper cushions. Like, the bowling lanes for the kids, they put the little bumpers on the side. That's what they need for Biden, because he can't even walk anymore. He can't walk, he can't talk, he can't make decisions. But hey, he's your next president because we're throwing the leading candidate for the Republicans in jail. If Trump ever goes to jail, can you imagine the uprising that we'll see in the United States of America? There's so many people I know that absolutely love Trump. Mainly the Midwest, but also, in California, there's a hell of a lot of Trump lovers. They just can't say it because you get these crazy liberals coming at you with pitchforks. Crazy world we live in. So yeah, Miles Franklin, if you want to get some physical silver, you need someone to trust. I trust Andy Scheckman 100%, 110%. Send them an email, info@milesfranklin.com. They'll send you a list of what they have in inventory. I always recommend buying what he has in inventory. You don't want to wait. Who knows? Tomorrow the system could implode and be done with. I did notice, by the way, for all you crypto lovers, that crypto is getting monkey hammered still because of Gary Gensler and the banksters. This is all part of the plan. Gary Gensler's not putting on all these regulations and investigating all these, like Coinbase and Binance, and shutting them down and all that. He's not doing that for the good of the country. He's not doing that for the good of the investor, obviously. He's doing it for the good of the banks. The banks know this system is coming. They just want to buy it cheap. And so they get Gary Gensler to say, this sucks, this is a security, this is horrible. Gary Gensler won't be around when the banks collapse. He'll be one of the most hated people on the planet. I hope he, I'm not even going to talk about Gary Gensler. It's a pain in the ass. But look what happened to Theta today. Slammed below 60 cents. And people are asking, how low can it go, Bix? I said, it can go to minus $40, like they did with oil. These numbers are fake. Silver can go to minus $40. They can also overnight be $1 million per one Theta token. When you live in a rigged market with computers and derivatives, prices are irrelevant. So, my ultimate, how it all goes down, the best way for my investment strategy is the system goes down, or silver forces the system down. We get to $600 silver, and the cryptos are still held down. Then you start selling your silver for cryptos. Because cryptos are the future. Amazing invention, and it has expanded so far past Bitcoin. Everybody loves Bitcoin because they think, I can be sane and love Bitcoin because everything else is crazy. I don't understand it. I can't understand it. I never will understand it. But I can kind of get Bitcoin, so I'll be an advocate of Bitcoin. I'll be a Bitcoin maximalist because those are the coolest people. Those are the Wall Street people who know what they're doing. It is insane. Cryptos are going to take over everything. And you want to get your hands on the cryptos that's going to have its hands in the most important things that we need in the future. Number one is broadband. We need broadband, and every country in the world is trying to expand their broadband. And Theta invented a software solution. I think when the whole system falls apart and we start reorganizing, Samsung, Sony, Apple will all download Theta edge nodes on every single device they have so that they'd be mining for Theta fuel. All around the world, you don't even know what you're doing. But your TV will come with a Theta miner. And you'll be mining T-Fuel on it, or you'll be mining Theta on it. It's a software download. It also, Theta gives you the power to create your own blockchain. So Amazon, you can't have a blockchain that you're in charge of if you're going to use it for your customers, because obviously it's not open source. People don't know what's going on. Theta invented a way to have subchains. So Amazon can be created, an Amazon coin with Amazon's blockchain created but approved on the Theta network. And that goes for anybody can create a subchain. Any company can create a subchain on the Theta blockchain. And the way it's structured with the validators, 20-something validators, they really approve the transactions. But the Guardian nodes, there's thousands of them, like myself, we make sure they're doing the right thing. So it's like a double check. It's amazing technology. And it will be the number one or two, I think. And definitely the top three come 5-10 years down the line. And oh, by the way, the amount of money that can be saved by like Netflix and Apple and people downloading movies and stuff like that, huge. This is a content delivery network that currently these companies are paying millions and millions of dollars to do what Theta can do for free, practically free. So yeah, I do think that. But again, I'm telling you, crypto investors are not like normal investors. They chase shiny objects. Like right now, they should be buying Theta. Nobody knows about it. Chasing Theta still hasn't been allowed to be on Coinbase, and they just shut down Binance US. You can get Theta like on simpleswap.io. Simpleswap.io is probably the easiest way. Or you can call up Caleb and Brown. You can go to our website. We have an affiliate page, Caleb and Brown. You can buy Theta there and have it sent to your wallet. Again, no third-party custodians at this point in time. No third-party custodians. We're getting into a really strange time. I do think we could be seeing, NASA just warned of an internet apocalypse that leaves people offline for months. Solar flare, that was always the case. Know your Bitcoin will not go away. It won't be as useful, obviously, with the internet down. If the internet goes down for long enough, we're in Mad Max world anyway, because all the nuclear plants will melt down. You won't be able to get gas. You won't be able to get any information. Nothing. It's going to be, oh my God, go over to your neighbor and say, hey, do you know what's happening? Nobody will know what's happening without the communications. And that's what internet runs everything. There'll be no gas in the gas station. There'll be no food in the stores. There will be no restaurants open. You won't be able to go to the hospital. Everything needs the internet. So, yeah, that's kind of a scary apocalypse. Also, as Jenny Moonstone and I discussed, Jenny came up, had this statement to her 2 years ago that silver will only be freed when the children problem is fixed, and that is happening. Pretty soon you're going to see videos, they call them deepfakes of, they're going to claim they're deepfakes. Very, very upper echelon type people doing really bad things to kids, videos of it. So lately they've been saying, oh, everything's a deepfake. That's a deepfake. That's a deepfake, which is like a imposing someone's face over the person. That's their way out. That's their end game. The people who have been videoed by Epstein and other people, that's their end game. Say, no, that wasn't me. That's a deepfake. So what did the DOJ come out and say on June 5th, a couple days ago? Malicious actors manipulating photos and videos to create explicit content, sextortion schemes. It's exactly what I was talking about. They're going to pretend, these evil people are going to pretend this was all faked up, mocked up videos, mocked up pictures. So what does this tell me? We're at that end game where people and videos get exposed. And, oh, by the way, that was the time that Jenny was saying, yes, those two go hand in hand. When that information comes out, silver's allowed to run. And we all know that the silver shorts, they're trying to get out of it. All the silver's disappearing from the warehouses. But keep fighting. It's been a long fight for me, over 20 years, 23 years now. But I'll keep fighting till the end. It's a pick the noble fights to fight. This is a noble fight. Free markets are the essence of what the United States of America is based on. Without free markets, you do not have freedom. Nothing works without free markets. Socialism doesn't work. It's proven time and time and time again. Right now, because they're suppressing the price of silver, all the warehouses are emptying out. Do you know how long it takes to get a silver mine up and running? Years. Will it? Normally, as the silver disappears, the price will be the regulator. So as the price goes up, the miners can start opening up new silver mines. If the price is held down while demand is still surging, which it is right now, this is the third year of silver deficits, then you'd have no new supply coming onto the market, and pretty soon wait till the nationalization kicks in. You think after the banks crash that Mexico is going to give the United States any of its silver, or any country its silver? This precious asset that had been ripped out of their country? Mexico is the largest silver producer on the planet, and has been for a very long time. About 33% of all silver ever mined came out of Mexico. Imagine if they kept that silver. Why do you think Trump said Mexico is going to pay for the wall after he went down there? It was 100% talking about silver. What would happen if the silver price went to $600 an ounce, and all of a sudden Mexico is seen as the richest country in the world because they have all this silver in the ground? Everybody will be running back to Mexico. That's why they would build the wall. They don't want the Americans coming into Mexico to take the silver. We're going to have a reverse immigration problem. It'll be a sight to behold. Crazy shit coming down, my friends. Crazy. Anyway, that's what I got for you today. Again, I have posted part 3. Also, I posted a discussion with Jenny how the riggers fear $50 silver. They're not afraid of $30. They are, and they're not afraid of $100 or $200 silver, because that's too late. There's nothing they can do about it. What they're afraid of is between $50 and $100 silver, because that's the unknown that they think they can still control. Maybe. Remember, $50 is the all-time high from 1980 and 2011. Both of them were rigged 100%. Don't get me wrong. Yes, Paul Volcker rigged silver with Alan Greenspan's help running the computers out of the Fed. But in 2011, it was J.P. Morgan running the game. They put a guy named Bill Daley as Obama's chief of staff. As soon as he get in, price of silver ratcheted it up from $25 right up to $50. And then May 1st, they slammed it down, started this crazy silver artificial bear market. And then after the year was over, he left. He left as Obama's chief of staff. Bill Daley was his name. Yes, of the Daley crime family out of Chicago. But he was the head of Jamie Dimon's SWAT team. That's how important silver is. The president of the United States, right-hand man just sitting right next to him making the decision. It was all about silver. And when he left, silver price went back down to 25 and has been held there ever since. So I think $30 is a big deal. But Jenny was like, they can handle $30. They can handle anything up to $50. Between $50 and $100, they'll try to handle it, and it's unknown territory. And over that, it's game over, then they run away. So hang on tight to your silver. Get it in your own possession. Don't be the one, losing your asset because you didn't trust yourself to hold your own asset. Now's the time to take care of yourself financially, medically, protection-wise. It's all coming down to now. And we won't even know the price of cryptos or the price of gold and silver when this thing falls apart, because no exchanges will be open. And the derivative market, the implosion of the derivative market, is what takes out all the unbacked fiat monetary instruments. So that's my take. This is Bix Weir. Make sure you go to roadtoroota.com. Get all this information on the discussions and hear the audio discussions with the U.S. Mint, head of Silver Eagle Sales. Hit subscribe today at roadtoroota.com. We'll send you the Ruta coin, Ruta Lives coin, coolest coin ever made. It's $2.99 for a year, which is less than $1 a day. What a bargain. And I think this coin, the Silver Ruta coin, will easily pay for the year's subscription. Easily. Because I think when the Road to Ruta theory is proven correct one day, and it will be, these things will be huge collector's items, in my opinion. This is Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.